Imagine creating unlimited, high-quality images in seconds, powered by Nano Banana 2 inside Flow. I tested 15 stunning styles, from ultra-realistic to anime and Pixar, and the results are mind-blowing.
So the website we'll be looking at is called Flow. Flow. It is a Google project. It is under Google Labs. So when you click on Flow, it's going to be bringing you to this interface. You click on Create with Flow. If you don't have an account signed in yet, you're going to be prompted to sign into an account. I am already signed in and I've been working on different projects here in this particular website. So all you have to do is click on new project. You see the different projects you've been working on previously, and you would see this button that says new project. So you click on new project and it's going to open up to this particular interface. So we're going to be testing this particular tool with about 15 images. We're going to be testing it with about 15 image prompts. This way we are going to test it across different styles. Okay, we're going to be testing it across different image styles. So the first one we're going to be using is called Studio Ghibli style. So I'm just going to copy it and then make sure to show you the interface before we generate. So I'm going to copy it this way. Copy it, make sure to copy with the style so that it doesn't just generate anything for you. Then you come to this interface. So here is the interface. Obviously this is where you search if you have any project or any image you want to search. If you've already generated, you search there. Here is where you paste your prompt. I'm going to paste my prompt, and then if you have any image that you want it to mimic, you can click this plus button. It will open up this particular interface for you to add an image. Okay, so since you don't have any assets here and there is nothing that you have here already generated that's inside this particular project, you can click on upload image. When you click on upload image, it will take you to your file manager. You choose any image style you want. These two are Ghibli images, but I don't want to work with that. Okay, so you choose any one of your choice and then upload it. When you upload it, it's going to come up here and then you're going to click send. Okay, this arrow, and then it will start generating. So that is if you want to add any style you want it to mimic. If you tell it Ghibli style, you add a picture that looks like what you want it to mimic, the style you want it to mimic, and it will mimic it. Okay, so that being said, we are not adding any style here. We are just going to click on this to pick up we're going to click on this to adjust our settings. So I want it to be 16 by 9. I want to generate two images. You can get up to 4 images. Okay, I just decided to pick 2, and then you see Nano Banana 2. You can choose other options, but I prefer Nano Banana 2 because it's the latest option, is the latest model that Google has released this year. So it says generating will use 0 credits, so you are unlimited. Okay, so we're going to click generate and it will start to generate the 2 of them. If it were 4, it will be generating the 4 of them at the same time. Okay, so here you see scene builder. If you want to build your scenes, here you see your settings. Okay, the 3 dots will give you more options for different things you can do. Download your project as a whole and all of that, the help center, product help, about flow, and all of that. So this is your account. So if you're generating you're giving credits per day, right? But as you can see, you don't have to use your credits because Nano Banana 2 is completely free to use and unlimited. Okay, now it is good to note that it can generate your videos, your images for you, and it could generate one and maybe the second one would not generate immediately. It could delay like it's delaying now, or it could fail, but you're not limited, so you can still keep on generating. So the 2 images are ready. You can pick any one that you like. This one looks bright and this one looks like night, so it also depends on what your prompt says. Now I'm going to be showing you what you can do with your image. So come here, you're going to see this, it says reuse your prompt. So let's say for example I still want to generate more of this to make a choice. I can click on reuse prompt and then it will appear here. Okay, you can like it and make it your favorite. You can click on more. You can animate your image. You can add it to, add to the prompt. You can add text to the prompt. Then this one you can favorite it. We've already talked about it here. To download, you can download it at the original size, which is 1K. You can upscale it to 2K. But if you pay for this particular tool, if you pay or you use a paid version of this particular a paid subscription in this particular website, you're going to be able to upscale it to 4K. Okay, so next you can reuse prompts. We've already talked about that over here. You can flag the output if it is maybe not good for the age bracket you're working with, for adult content or whatever it is. You can flag it, or whatever it is you don't want, you can always flag the output. So you can rename your project, you can, or you know, the image generated. You can rename your project or the image, then you can cut, you can copy, you can delete it. Now deleting it is always handy when you are working on a video, so that you don't go and download a particular one that you did not want. If you make your choice, let's say you've chosen this, you can decide to delete this, so that all your video, all your images as you're generating them, all of them will only be the ones that you're going to be working with in your project. When you're done, you download each and every one of them and you are good to go. Okay, so since I want to make use of this one, I'm going to be deleting this one. This is just the way I work on projects. So now I'm going to be copying the next one, and then I'm going to paste it right here. Now I'm going to be telling you about how this works. Okay, if you click on send, it will start generating the next ones above. Now it doesn't limit you. Even when you send it, you can still send another one. You are not limited. You copy it, you come right back here and you paste it. Okay, you paste it. You're already generating these ones. They are 54% already generated. You click on it, it's generating right above it. Okay, you're not limited, so you can keep doing this till you are done generating your images. But so that you don't overwhelm the website, you can just do it like 2-3 times and you can just stop. Okay, then give it time to breathe. Okay, all right, so that being said, we have this first one that has been generated completely. We have the second one that is on its way. We have this third one that is being generated, and then we can just click on this to get this one started. And I'm going to stop here so I don't overwhelm the system. So I'm going to wait for it to generate. As you see, it says failed. Oops, something went wrong, so you can delete it. So I usually do just 2 or 1 so that I reduce the amount of failures that I get, but it doesn't mean that you won't get your images generated. Okay, so that being said, remember the third one is 3D Pixar-style animation. We've generated this one. That's the first one. The second one of it failed. We're still waiting for the other one that is at 99%. This other one has been generated, the 3D Pixar. Okay, see it here, it is really good. See the two of them. So I like this one. I don't know why. It's the puppy is brown, dark brown, and then, you know, it's looking really cool. You can make use of this or this, anyone. They look alike and they look really good. So you can just click on this particular 3 dots and then download it at original size. If you want it to be 2K, remember you click on upscale and it will upscale it first before downloading it. You don't need to do any other thing. After clicking that, it will do the upscaling itself and the downloading itself. Okay, so that being said, this one is still being generated, so let's go over to the next one. It's called Cyberpunk. It's called Cyberpunk Neon Style. So this other one that we're waiting for is ultra realistic. That's someone that looks like you and me. Okay, so this one is Cyberpunk. It really looks good. It really looks good. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to download it. You can download both of them. For those of us that are into cyberpunk kind of movies or videos, this is the style you are looking for. So the next is going to be watercolor paint style. So you're going to copy it this way. Okay, you're going to copy and then you're going to come down here as usual, click and paste. We generate. Okay, remember you are not limited. You are not limited. Okay, this one also failed, so we're going to retry that second option. It's also failed, so we're going to retry the ultra realistic image. Okay, so I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paste it. Okay, and then hit generate. Now it is good to note that for a realistic image generation, it doesn't allow the generation of children. So now that you know, when you go over to this website and you're generating, please make sure you're not generating children images, because it's not going to generate that in realistic image prompts or style. Okay, all you have to do is make sure to go over to another tool to generate it, or change the style to either Ghibli or 3D Pixar style or anime style or whatever style, oil paint, whatever style that is not exactly ultra realistic human generation. Okay, so you can see that's giving us the image of the middle-aged man. So while we're waiting for others, we already have this one generated. Okay, you can always download it, or this one. Obviously it's giving us every style, so we are using it to test every style that we can access, right? Every style that we can access. This particular tool does not limit you. You can see oil paint, sorry, watercolor, right? This is watercolor paint. It can even be printed. This can even be printed and hung in your house as an artwork, right? So a lot that you can do with it, but that's not the reason for the video. Today is just to show you how to generate them with this particular tool, which is limitless for this image generation. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you what you can also do to your image. So I'm going to hit send for this one to be generated. I'm going to come here and I'm also going to paste this particular one and then wait for this one to generate. So let's say I want to work on a particular video. Let's say I want to add a shark to this particular pond, right? I'm going to click this and then I'm going to come to add to prompt. Okay, it has brought this here. As you can see, this is the same image I selected, it's not this one, and then it has brought my prompt right here. Okay, so I'm going to add to the prompt and send it again. A shark is visible in the water. Then I'm going to send it. Okay, so it's going to generate that for me. All right, so this is the next one that I want to generate, but let's wait for these two to generate. Okay, the first two are ready, and this is what we call anime style image, right? It's the anime style image. For those of us that watch Naruto, Ben 10, Avatar, this is the style. This is called the anime style image. See, it nailed it perfectly. Okay, so we'll check whether the next one is ready. Okay, 99%, and then once it's ready, we download and then we continue. Let's go click here and click add to prompt. Okay, now this is the image that I want. I can now add this particular image to the prompt I want to generate. Okay, if you still want to reuse prompt, click on reuse prompt and then come here and click this add to prompt. So it has added it to prompt. I can now come and add a shark is visible in the water. Okay, so it's going to add to that prompt. Remember, the first thing I did was to select reuse prompt. I did that and then it pasted the prompt here for me to see, and then I clicked on add to prompt. So I added a particular image to the prompt, and then finally I edited the prompt by adding the shark, you know, being visible in the sea. Another thing I would like to show us is this. When you click on this particular image, it's going to pop up like this, so you can see clearly whether there is something you want to edit, whether there is something you want to work on, and all of that. It makes it easy for you to see whatever it is that is in the image, right? So here you can click on this particular button to draw on it. Let me show you. When you click on it, you can see it's red in color, and then you can increase the size of the brush, whatever it is you want to do, so you can draw over it. If you click on it, you can write a text over it. You can, you know, highlight something. Let's say you want to highlight this particular clock, you can highlight the clock. You understand? So these are the things you can do with this particular to this particular image right here. Okay, so this particular button is to save this. That's to save whatever it is that you've done here. I really don't want to save it. Okay, so in case you did not download it earlier in the other interface, you can come here and download it. You can also hide your history or click done. You're done editing it. Okay, so but I don't want to do that. So finally, you can come here and crop your image. You can choose the particular mode you want. Okay, so if you do this, if you did not save it, it will discard everything you've done and then change the size. Okay, so but I don't want to change the size. I am only showing you what you can do right here. So I'll go back and leave it the way it is. Okay, and check whether my image has been generated. You can see a shark is visible in this sea, and it's the same particular picture that it's used for that. See, the same particular picture or image that it used for this particular edit. Okay, so let's continue with our generation. We're going to come here, copy the next one, come over here and paste. As I said, you are not limited. We'll come copy the next one, and paste. I'll go again, copy the next one. I'll send this one, paste this one, and go copy the next one. Okay, remember, you are not limited. You are not limited. This particular one is ready. This particular style is ready. It is called the low poly 3D style. So it's geometric style. Okay, as you can see, it looks like shapes put together, right? So you can generate different styles. You're not limited. In short, you can even create a channel that has a particular unique style or videos or images. You're not limited to making use of any particular style. It mustn't be realistic image or videos for your content. It could be anyone. It could be anyone, right? So I'm going to click on download and then select 1K. So I'm going to go up. Okay, this one failed. Let's hope this doesn't fail. If it fails, we regenerate. So we'll send it. That's the next one. And then I paste this one. So out of 15, we've generated 10, or we are generating 10. Okay, while we are still waiting for this one to generate, the next one has been generated, and this style is called the black and white noir style. Black and white noir style. Okay, that is it. Okay, it's not like it's just black and white picture, so it's a particular kind of style, right? This one, the two of them failed completely. So because they failed completely, we are going to generate them again. So I'm going to paste this one so that it starts generating. I'm going to paste the next one, and then I'm going to copy this one. That's the one before the black and white. So it's a fantasy art style, a giant lion. So I'm going to copy it because it failed. Okay, so I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to come here while this one is generating. I'm going to send this one. Let me wait for it to enter 99. Okay, I'm going to send this one. So since this one is already generating, I'm going to send that one, and then I'm going to paste that giant lion. So one of this one has been generated. We're only generating two to have options. It's not like it's not giving good images. It gives great looking images. All we do is to have options. Okay, and also I choose two so that I limit the processing. If I have lots of video images to generate, I wouldn't want to stay there waiting for maybe two to fail and then two to generate, or one to fail and all of that. I just want to go straight to generating my images really fast, and then the workflow is smooth. Okay, so now we have this mechanical bird flies over a city. So you can see this in the images, and the when you see videos, all these futuristic videos and all of that, movies like that, you can see something like this, you know, pick up somebody, get to a particular town that nobody knows about, you know, and all of that. So this is amazing. This is a particular style, and the style is called steampunk style. It's called the steampunk style. Okay, so I'm going to send this one of the lion. And then I'm going to come over here to copy the ones that are left. So we've gotten the man walking on a floating staircase, giant fish swimming through clouds, and all of that. We've gotten this one of the detective. So we've pasted this one that did not generate earlier, and then I'm going to copy these other ones that are left. So I'm going to start from here. Remember to always add the style so that you don't, you know, generate just a realistic image. Also remember that if ChatGPT does not give you the style up here, if it gives you the style inside the prompt, you can just copy only the prompt. Okay, so these are different ways to get your prompt into this particular tool. So I'm going to paste this here. So this is our lion. Okay, this is our lion, and it says it's a fantasy art style. So if you're telling a story of fantasy and adventure, this is the particular style you want to use. It looks really good, and it looks so, you know, perfect. So I'm going to be copying the next prompt, and then for this one that we've copied, we're going to send it. Then we're going to come back here, copy the next prompt, and, you know, make sure to get the two of them generated, and we'll see the different styles that we've generated and how good the images look. Finally, the dark fantasy style. Okay, These are not the only styles available for image generation. There are lots of styles, but we are looking at these styles because these are the ones we want to work with in this video. All right, so the next one has been generated, and that particular one is the minimalist flat illustration style. Minimalist flat illustration style. So this one is already being generated. Let me paste the last one and let's wait for these ones to generate, then I would send it. Amazing. This looks so beautiful. It looks like a cookie. Oh my god, I love this. So the style name is called claymation style, I guess. I hope I got it correctly. Claymation style. Wow, it looks good. It looks so good. So the last one is the dark fantasy style, which is being generated. Please tell me the style that you love. Okay, and finally our dark image, our dark fantasy style has been generated. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my good lord. So this is amazing. This is amazing. So you can see that first of all, you're not limited. Second of all, you can generate as many styles as you want. There's no style preference that you say, oh, this particular style is better, this particular style, you know, it generates this one better and the other one it doesn't. It generates all of them very well. See, very well. All right, so that being said, make sure to like, share and subscribe to our channel because you're going to be missing a lot if you don't. Okay, you're going to be missing a lot if you don't. Make sure to come to this channel to check out our next video because we'll be giving you videos back to back.